I'm Karen. Welcome to 45 minutes of yoga. So glad that you chose to join me today and to take care of you, to work on your flexibility, to work on your balance, deep breaths, and a little bit of strength, as we're flowing from one move to the next. So this is a Zoom class that I videoed today. So anytime I'm facing the camera and I say left or right, just do what you see me doing or do what you hear me saying. But we're always even in the end. We do both sides. So I'm going to use a mat today. I'm also going to be using a yoga strap. Mine's actually an old karate belt. So a necktie would work, a piece of rope, something like that. All right. So I want you to take a deep breath, to put everything else to the side and really gift yourself these 40 or so minutes. Okay. So I want you to try to silence your phone. Put everything to the side and just focus on you in this present moment. Make this a selfish 45 minutes. I'm giving you permission, not that you need my permission, but make this about you. Modify the poses when you need to. Just breathe and feel sensation, and you will feel great at the end of class. Here we go. We are going to start standing today for yoga. So welcome to your yoga practice today. Keep in mind that it is a yoga practice. There's no such thing as yoga perfect. So you're going to do what's right for you today. We're going to bring those feet about hip width apart, maybe a little farther. Let's bring that chin down. And let's start to breathe in and out through our nose. Shift gears from wherever you came from, whatever you were doing before class. Let's try to just use that exhale to symbolically put it to the side so that we can be in this present moment. Let's roll one ear to one shoulder and just slide this hand to your low back. Let that belly expand on your inhale, deflate on your exhale, and slowly switch. Right hand at your low back. Deep cleansing breaths. Good, chin in the chest. Let's come on up to the front of your mat. Take a deep breath in and reach up and back into a standing back bend. And let's look past those fingertips, come on down. Let's spread those feet a little farther apart than your hips, so maybe the width of the mat. And let's hold on to our elbows. And just gently rock your whole torso towards one leg and then the other. Just imagine the top of your head is heavy towards the mat. And you're just straightening your legs to your best ability. Let's bring both hands to your right leg, nose towards that knee gently. And right arm up, let's roll that right shoulder open. Deep breaths. As we slowly make our way over to the left. Nose towards that left knee. And left arm up, let's roll that left shoulder open. Deep breaths. Good, we're going to walk our feet a little closer together. And let's glance up, lift that tailbone, lunge back one foot, and then the other. So in that first plank, let's make sure that our wrists are below our shoulders. Your knees can be down, your knees can be up, either way. But abs engaged, and let's come on down slow. Come into a nice up dog with an open chest, lifting the top of the head up and not letting that head collapse into your shoulders. Let's come on to child's pose, knees apart, big toes together. Let's rest that forehead and let the middle of your chest just surrender to the mat. Just relax everything from your shoulders to your hips. And keep in mind this would be a good position to come to if you need a rest during class. Let's tuck our toes under and come to down dog for the first time in the class. Feet are hip width apart, and let's let the top of the head sink down. So just stay in down dog. Do your best to roll some weight out of the heel of your hand, a little bit more towards your knuckles, and lift those hips up while letting the top of the head just hang towards the mat. And exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump those feet to your hands. Let's bring that chin down to our chest and reach our right toes up to the ceiling. You could walk your hands a little closer to your left foot, that's up to you. Nose towards that straight left knee and right toes reach. You could also take your left hand and grab the ankle. Completely up to you. And exhale, we're going to place those feet together. We're going to cross our forearms, hold our opposite calf, and just straighten both legs the best that you can. Exhale, we'll release. Glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. And let's go ahead and bring that right arm down with our feet together. Left fingertips reach up as our right fingertips walk down the leg. Right hand's going to grab the wrist, just gently pull. Rest your head for half moon. And deep breath in, lift up. Exhale, same side. Make sure you rest that head. Good, come on to the front of the mat. Standing back bend. And we're going to go ahead and bring those arms down to shoulder height. And your right leg's going to come behind you. You can come into warrior three. Toes could rest to the mat. They could lift up to hip height or somewhere in between. Find a focal point as you breathe. And then very slowly, let's bring those fingertips down to the mat. Bring that chin to your chest. If you need to bend your left knee, that's fine. But let's go ahead and take some weight out of our fingertips and start to roll your right hip open. Your right arm can either stay hanging down or that right arm can reach up. Now find a focal point where your eyes can stay. Rolling this right hip open and not a lot of weight in those left fingertips. Best you can. Exhale, right hand down. And let's lunge on our right toes. Let's bring that left leg back. Abs are strong. Come on down nice and slow. Up dog with an open chest, top of the head lifting up. You could do a push-up if you want to, and then down dog. So let's take turns pedaling those feet in down dog here. So just allowing those calves to loosen up a little bit. And now let's roll to our right side plank. So your right wrist is directly into the shoulder, left arm up to the sky, right knee down for modification, or both legs straight, completely up to you. Deep breaths. And exhale, let's very slowly come back to plank. Wrists below the shoulders, come on down slow. Nice up dog, top of the head lifted to the ceiling. Push up if you choose, and down dog. So let's connect to your breath in down dog here. So bring that attention to your breath, and throughout class, if you notice distractions, just simply notice them and try to exhale them out. And if you're exhale, let's go ahead and walk or softly jump those feet to our hands. Chin in the chest, let's take our left toes up to the ceiling. Walk our hands back just a little bit as an option. Nose to that right knee, left toes reach. Right leg as straight as possible, and your right hand is holding the ankle if you want. Completely up to you. And on your exhale, fingertips out, feet together. And let's hug our thighs. So let's hold that elbow, opposite elbow. Just straighten the legs the best of your ability. Nose, nose towards your knees. And release. Let's glance up and reverse swan dive up. Standing back bend. Good, and this time we're gonna take that left arm down. So feet together, right fingertips reach, left fingertips walk down the leg. And this left hand's gonna gently pull the arm straight, just rest your head. Half moon. And deep breath into the middle. Exhale a little bit deeper, same side as we're pushing this right foot into the mat. And up to the front of the mat, standing back bend. Let's go ahead and bring those arms down to shoulder height, left toes behind you. Find your focal point and come into your warrior three. Decide what feels right for you, toes on the mat, toes at hip height, or somewhere in between. Exhale, we're gonna bring those fingertips slowly down to the mat. We're gonna bring that chin down to your chest. Now let's take some weight out of our fingertips and start to roll that left hip open. And let's reach our left fingertips up if you want to. The arm could also stay hanging down. And let's pick a focal point. Pick a spot on the floor where your eyes can stay. Keep rolling this left hip open. Exhale, fingertips down as we gently lunge on your left toes and bring that right leg behind you. Wrists below the shoulders, let's lower down nice and slow. Up dog. Push up if you choose, and down dog. So take another opportunity to bend those knees one at a time, pedaling those feet, loosening your lower legs. And keep in mind you can come to your knees at any point you need to. Let's roll to our left side plank. So left wrist directly below the shoulder, right arm to the sky. Your left knee could be on the mat or straight. Remember, this is your yoga practice, not anybody else's. You're doing what's right for you. On the exhale, we're coming back to plank. Abs strong, come on down slow. Up dog, open chest, top of the head to the ceiling. Push up if you choose, and down dog. Deep breaths in and out. Let's let the top of the head sink as our tailbone lifts nice and high. And our right toes reach for the ceiling. Hands walk back, nose towards that left knee. Gently swing through. And that right knee is right above the ankle. We're going to float that chest up for our crescent lunge. Now your left heel is off the mat. Pelvis is tucked under, leaning back. Let's swing through and bring those arms up. Feel free to take the left foot a little farther back as you lean back. Good, we're going to bring those hands down. We're going to scoot our left foot back a little bit and scoot this right foot to the right, getting ready for prayer twist. Now, if you need to take a rest of that back knee, you can. Keep it up if possible. Left elbow to the outside, palms together, right elbow up. We're not shrugging those shoulders. Press those palms together, right elbow pointing to the sky. Balance and flexibility and strength. And exhale, let's put one hand down and then the other with that left knee down. Left hand on the inside of the foot, that right arm reaches up. Now sink your left quadricep towards the mat as you twist. And then hands down, we're gonna bring that right foot over to the right. Feel free to start to bend the elbows or stay on your palms. Again, you're gonna find the best stretch for you in each one of these poses. Your weight's evenly distributed onto palms or elbows. And that left quadricep is sinking towards the mat. Dissolve on each and every exhale. Let's come back to the palms. Let's bring that right foot to the middle of the mat. Let's do our wonderful hamstring stretch here, where we shift our weight back. You might have enough of a hamstring stretch right here, no problem. You could slide that right foot towards the front of the mat. You could take your left knee a little farther back, hands towards your right foot. Just start to bend your elbows, sinking the chest towards the thigh. Left quadricep sinking towards the mat. And if you've come down too far, it's too intense for you, at this point, go ahead and back off just a little bit, no problem. Exhale, really get that last little bit of length in the right hamstring and inch your way back. Right knee to the mat. Nice cat-cow stretch. And let's sit back in child's pose, knees apart, big toes together. Sit back, forehead rests, and take a couple breaths. Any negative self-talk that snuck in there, try to just exhale it out. And be proud of yourself for doing this today. As we come back to our hands and knees, and let's go ahead and come back to your plank, your upper push-up position. Abs lifted up. Let's come down nice and slow. Up dog, open chest, top of the head lifts. Coming to down dog with a push-up or not, your choice. Exhale, top of the head sinks, tailbone lifts, quadriceps and feet relax. At the end of an exhale, let's take our left toes up to the sky. Walk those hands back a little bit. Nose towards your right knee, left toes lift. And gently swing through. Left knee is right above that ankle. Let's float our chest up into your crescent lunge. Make sure you've switched legs, that it's your left leg in front. Tuck the pelvis under, let that right hip flexor get a good stretch. Let's swing through. Reach the arms up again and take this right foot back just a little more as you lean back. And bringing those hands down, we're going to scoot the left foot to the left and get ready for prayer twist. You're welcome to modify by resting the right knee. Your right elbow comes to the outside of the thigh. Let's press those palms together. Left elbow points up. Deep cleansing breaths. Again, this is a beautiful pose to realize that we're working on so many things at once. Balance and strength and flexibility. Deep breath. At the end of an exhale, let's go ahead and take one hand down and then the other hand down with the right knee down. Right hand on the inside of the foot, left arm up. Let's really sink forward. Right quadricep is sinking to the mat as that left shoulder's rolling up. And then both hands on the inside of the foot. Let's scoot your left foot to the left a little farther. And as we sink that right quadricep down, feel free to bend your elbows. Feel free to come down to the elbows or stay on your palms. This is your practice. Tailor it to what's right for your body and mind today. Feel the rib cage and diaphragm expand as you inhale and deflate as you exhale. Dissolve on each breath. End of your exhale. Let's come back to the palms. And let's let's move our left foot towards the middle of the mat. Now, we can shift our weight back. We could stay right here for enough of a left hamstring stretch, or we could slide that foot towards the front, slide our right knee back. Hands could walk towards your left foot, all options. Let's bend the elbows. Make sure your left foot's relaxed. Sink your chest down. Right quadriceps sinking towards the mat, allowing space between the muscle fibers straight down the back of your left leg. Exhale completely each and every time. One more deep cleansing breath here. As we inch our way back, left foot to the mat, left knee down, and sit back in child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Allow your body and your mind to adjust to all the work we've already done in just 20 minutes. Coming back to your hands and knees and getting a good cat-cow stretch. Let's come up to our plank, abs strong, and continue our flow here. Hug the sides, your chest leads, abs stay engaged. Nice up dog. Push up or not, and then down dog. Deep breaths, top of the head sinks, that tailbone lifts. And right toes reach to the ceiling. Hands walk back. Let's bend your right knee and allow that right leg to hang to the left. Shifting some weight to that left hand and opening up that right hip as we slide that right knee between our hands for pigeon. Left toes tuck under as we walk the leg back and open up our chest. So let's not roll to our right. Let's keep that belly button facing the mat. It's just going to be a better stretch as we walk straight down the middle of the mat. And find a spot for your forehead to rest. Deep breath, focusing on the outside of that right hip joint. Exhale, allow it to dissolve. Feel free to look right. This is just a suggestion. Take it or leave it. And slide your right hand to your low back. Really let those shoulders relax, dissolving tension around the outside of that right hip joint. End of your exhale, feel free to untwist. Feel free to glance forward and your left fingertips inch away from you. Forehead down. Let's take one more deep breath in and out here. And let's walk ourselves back. Let's open up the chest and slide that right knee underneath us. With your right wrist directly under the shoulder, extending your right leg behind you. Zip up through that middle and let's extend your left arm. If you choose, right foot comes in the air and left hand can reach around to grab it. Right toes lift to the ceiling, lift yourself out of your right shoulder and wrist. Deep breaths in and out, really push the top of the foot away from you. Good, reach nice and long down the middle. And hand and knee down. Let's bring your knees apart, big toes together, and look up to your right as you rotate your wrist. And then right hand, palm up, threads that needle. Rest on the right side of the face. Left fingertips walk to the front. And then the left hand, palm up, rests at your low back As you really let those shoulders flop and wiggle your fingers. Deep breaths. Slowly untwisting. And let's come to your last plank of this class. Abs strong. Let's hug the sides with our elbows. Come on down. Nice up dog. Lifting the top of the head up. Doing a push-up if you want to. And then down dog. Relax the feet. Top of the head sinks. Roll some weight a little bit out of the heel of the hand, more towards the knuckles. And let's reach our left toes up to the sky. Walk those hands back a little bit. Bend your left knee and let it hang to the right. So you're putting a little bit more weight into that right hand, opening up that left hip. And then for pigeon, slide that left knee between your hands. So let's tuck our right toes under, walk that leg back, open the chest a little bit. Make sure you're not going to roll to your left. Belly button facing the mat. Let's walk those hands down the middle of the mat. Rest your forehead. Deep breath directly into the outside of your left hip joint. Exhale, dissolve that tightness. Get the most out of each and every pose today. Glancing to your left if you want, and resting that left hand at your low back. Palm up, shoulders just relax. Exhale out any distractions. Bring yourself to this present moment. Notice the sensations in your muscles as you breathe. Slowly untwisting. Glancing forward, right fingertips walk a little bit farther. Forehead down and breathe. And walking back. Opening up that chest and sliding the left knee underneath you. Left wrist directly under the shoulder, left leg extends. Engage the middle, right arm reaches. Spinal balance, and if you want to, the left foot comes in the air for the right hand to grab. Let's take the left toes to the ceiling and push the top of the foot away from you as you're lifting out of that left shoulder. And exhale, reach down the middle. Hand and knee down. Let's take those knees apart, big toes together, and rotate that left wrist. Left hand palm up, threads that needle. Rest on the left side of the face, and take your right fingertips, walk them to the front of the mat. Deep breath. Right hand at the low back, palm up. Allow the shoulders to just flop. Left ear and cheek sinking to the mat. Exhale, slowly untwisting. Nice cat-cow stretch. Glancing up. And let's come up to those knees. Let's clasp our fingertips at our low back. Gently pull your shoulder blades into your back pockets as you bring your chin down and open your chest. Lift the hands a little bit and feel free to fold forward if you want to. You don't have to fold forward. Release those fingers and rest the arms at your sides. Exhale, allow the shoulders just to flop. And come up to your knees again. Let's gently point your right fingertips down, pulling the fingertips back. And slowly switching, left fingertips back. And then let's have a seat at the front of your mat. You'll want your yoga strap next to your mat so you can grab it when you're laying down, as well as anything that you're going to want for resting pose. So you can put your socks back on, or a sweatshirt, or a blanket, or anything like that. Something that's going to help you be comfortable. So let's go ahead and come to our boat pose. Shoulders relax, zip up through that middle, arms up. Modified, you could keep your feet down. You could lift one leg up, you could lift both legs up. Deep breaths, strong middle. Let's bring the soles of our feet together, far away from us. Hands to your toes, sink yourself down. And go ahead and pull the heels towards you. Hold on to your toes, shoulders down, lift the head up as the knees press down, and nose towards your toes. Deep cleansing breaths. Chest stays down, right hand behind you, left hand on the knee, gentle twist. Come back to the middle, holding the toes, shoulders down, head up, and nose down. Chest stays down, left hand behind you, right hand on the knee, gentle twist. Good. Knees come in, and let's come into boat one more time. Shoulders down, arms up, zip up through that middle, bring one leg up, and then the other. Take a breath and slowly rock yourself so you're laying down. Shoulders down, hug the knees. Let's look over one shoulder to stretch your neck. Gently look in the other direction. Exhale, heads in the middle, and we're going to do happy baby. So let's grab onto your ankles or your feet. Elbows press those knees apart as you gently rock from side to side, just like a happy baby. And either continue to do this, or as we stop rocking, we can take our first two fingers around our big toes, press those heels apart, and allow the legs to relax out, gently pushing the back of your knee away from you. And release. We're going to put the soles of the feet together, arms out, eyes closed, just for a few breaths right here. Let that belly lift and lower, and let your knees relax to the mat. Make sure your teeth are rested slightly apart. We're going to bring those knees up and slowly open our eyes and walk those feet a little farther apart. Let's touch our heels or come close and peel that spine up, pushing those hip bones up to the sky for your bridge. And let that belly lift and lower with each breath. Peeling that spine all the way down. Now you're going to go ahead and find your yoga strap. And we're going to place both feet in your yoga strap. So let's start to gently pull those legs towards us. See if your hips want to lift just a little bit. And slowly backing away. Let's place that left leg flat on the ground. And let's move the strap closer to the ball, your heel, and wiggle your foot. Now with a straight right knee, gently pull the leg in and stop just before you would have to bend that knee. Let's push the back of the knee away from you. Make sure your foot's relaxed at this point. And as we back away, we're going to move the strap closer to the ball of the foot. Let's get that nice flex. And as you gently pull, feel that definite stretch in your right calf. You're welcome to pull on the right side, roll the foot out. Pull on the left side, roll it in. It's up to you. On an exhale, let's release and hold the strap with your right hand. So let's go ahead and let the leg come to the right, glance to your left. Let's keep our left hip rolled down to the mat and just let this right leg hang in the strap as you gently pull. And then on the exhale, let's hand that strap to the left hand. Let's allow the leg to come across the body and look to your right. Now let this leg hang heavy in the strap as you gently pull, stretching your right IT band. So you don't want to try to press the foot towards the mat. Just let it hang in the strap. And good, let's bring that right leg up to the sky. Place our feet together and gently pull those legs towards you one more time. Feel free to lift the hips if you want. Slowly backing away and allowing the right leg to come flat to the mat. Move that strap towards your left heel. Let's wiggle that foot. And gently pull the leg towards you. Push that left knee gently away from you. Imagine your breath flowing up and down the back of your left leg. And let's back away. Moving that strap towards the ball of your foot. Let's go ahead and flex your foot. Pulling the leg towards you. Feel free to pull a little bit with one side or the other. Just moving that foot around to get your best left calf stretch. Nice release. Let's hold the strap with your left hand and allow the leg to come left as you look right. So we're going to keep that right hip rolled down to the mat. Relax this left leg in the strap and gently pull. Remember that rib cage and diaphragm expand and contract. Let's hand the strap to the right hand. Allow that leg to come across the body. Relax the leg in the strap as you look left and gently pull with your right hand. Each exhale, you can gently pull that little bit more if you want to. Good, let's release and place that strap next to us. Let's do one more bridge. So pull those heels close to your fingertips. Lift up into that bridge. Nice separation in your hip flexors. Peeling that spine down. And allowing those feet together, knees relax out. Arms at your sides. Let's close our eyes again. Deep breaths in and out. Make sure those teeth are rested slightly apart and knees are just falling heavy towards the mat. Gently bring the knees towards each other. Extend the legs flat on the mat. And let's reach those arms over our head and make a big letter I with our body, nice and long. Exhale, just slide those arms down somewhere near your sides, palms up. Keeping those eyes closed. You have found your total resting pose, your last pose of this class. let's make the most of these precious last few minutes. Let's bring to mind something that you would like to inhale. What do you most need to make the rest of your day flow smoother? Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's clarity on a decision. What do you need to exhale and let go of? Maybe it's some negative self-talk. Maybe it's some gossip. Let's pull all the breath to the very top of the head. And exhale, allow that breath to flow across your forehead, stream across your temples and the back of the head, across your eyes and your nose and your cheekbones. Feel the breath across the back of your jaw and straight down the sides and back of the neck. That exhale flowing across the top of your shoulders, allowing those shoulders to relax to the mat for an open posture. As your exhale rolls down your arms, rounding your elbows and flowing down your forearms to your wrists, palms, and the top of your hand, between your fingers and all the way to your fingertips. Exhale, just move your fingers gently. With tension and stress, just find a place to escape through your fingertips. The breath rolling across your rib cage, one rib at a time. Flowing from the mid-back down to the small of the back. And across your waist and your abdominals. The deep breath in. Exhale, let those hips and glutes just relax and mold to the mat. With quadriceps and hamstrings releasing. Knees, shins and calves, and ankles. Let the breath flow across the bottom of the foot and roll across the top of your foot. Between your toes and all the way to your toe tips. Exhale, moving the toes gently, letting stress and tension escape through those toe tips. Feel the calmness surrounding your body. Notice a nice clear perspective on the rest of your day. And imagine how smoothly your interactions with others would flow if you hung on to this peace and calm and let it lead you in all your conversations. So let's be nice to ourselves, coming out of this position slowly. Bending one knee and placing that foot on the mat. Allowing the other one to join it as you're ready. And just rolling to one side. Your bottom arm is your pillow. As you gently press up to a nice sitting position. Let's reach those arms up and take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring our hands to our heart. That chin comes to your chest. Imagine surrendering everything in that head to your heart. You guys have a beautiful, blessed rest of your day. Namaste.